Hello, it's Michelle with Stamp For You, and I'm going to get my camera all ready here because I'm doing a late night oyster dive to kind of celebrate. So, my kids are in the background, so I seriously doubt they're going to be quiet for this whole thing, but we are upgrading all of our lockets to sterling silver chains. So, I just wanted to open some oysters, celebrate. So, this is our pearl stacker locket. And I apologize, my kitchen lights are on. As I mentioned, this is late night, so everything's going to be a little bit yellow. But I'll take some pictures of the pearls that we get tomorrow in the sunlight. So, but with this locket, you can fit up to 5 pearls inside. So I am going to fill her up. And so online, when you buy your lockets, first of all, you can choose to either open your oyster at home, like I'm doing, or I can videotape it, like I'm also doing here, and I can send you the link on your YouTube video. So it's kind of up to you if you want to open your own oysters at home, or if you want to have us do it for you, and we'll record it and put it on YouTube and send you the link. So, and again, I apologize with all the shadows and everything. Like I said, I try to do this in just sunlight usually, but it's late. So, okay. What I have here already is a lavender pearl that I had previously opened. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that guy for this too, and just open hopefully like 4 oysters and see if we can fill this guy up to 5. So online, when you buy your pearl stacker, you can either get 1 pearl with it, with 1 oyster with it, or you can do 5. That way you can fill it up right away. If you choose to do just the 1, you can go to our oyster bar later and choose just an oyster. So this is a great gift because you could give it to, say, your mom or your daughter or sister, cousin, aunt, grandma, with 1 oyster, for example, and then at Christmas give her another oyster. You know, birthdays, anniversaries, Valentine's, great gift for your wife because you can keep getting her another oyster to open and add to her stacker. So, or like I said, if you're just like me and you cannot wait, get 5, open them all now. So, it was hard for me to even say I'll put my other pearl in here just so I don't open 5. So let's get started. We're going to dive right into this guy, and inside will be a freshwater pearl. They vary in shape, color, and size. There's no 2 that are alike. They're a lot like a snowflake, which I think is really cool. We're going to be adding some snowflakey stuff to this collection for Christmas. So I always like to kind of check these guys out and just look at the coloring on them a little bit. This guy's look like he's seen better days maybe. He's a little broke, but that's okay because we're going to open him up anyways. So if he's not already smiling for us right there, when you're at home opening this, you can squeeze it a little bit. And a lot of times that'll break the seal. You might have to squeeze it kind of hard. Sometimes they crack. But a lot of times they're already smiling for us and we can just open them up. So I'm going to be a little bit more instructional than I usually am on this one because this is kind of a good maybe training tool for my affiliates who open oysters for their customers at events or at in-home parties, or for you at home if you want to open up these. Hopefully my battery will keep going with us and everything. So here we go. So slide your knife down one side. You do this on a table, that way when you slip down that side it's going to cut right onto the table. These are wet, which is why I'm so sorry about all the music, but these are wet, so I have my paper towel as well as the plastic oyster dive board I have underneath it. You can do it right on your table or whatever and just clean up your table. You can put a towel down. Paper towels are nice because you can just throw it away because they smell a little bit funky if they're in an alcohol solution, so they do smell a little interesting, I guess. Okay, so when we open this up, see that really shiny part? That's our mother of pearl that helps determine the color of our pearl that we're going to find. And then so does the environment that the oyster grew the pearl in, so the environment that the oyster was in while the pearl was being formed. So if you dig around in here, and it is a little bit slimy, but it's really not as gross as you'd think. I was a little worried when I first started doing this that I would not be able to do it. So somewhere in there you're going to fill a hard ball and kind of bring it to the edge and squeeze it out. I always just double check and make sure we got everything out. So look at pretty Mr. Pinky. Alright, so Again, when you're at home, or what I do for you is I'm going to clean it with a little bit of table salt to get the rest of the liquid off and any of the seed particles that happen to still be in the oyster and settled on the pearl. So just a little bit of table salt, and then you can rub it vigorously to get everything off and dry it. It's also good to have a soft towel to just kind of shine it up, bring back its luster. And I know my lighting is not going to be pleasant when you see these, but there's our pink pearl. We're going to measure each one as we go. And a lot of times, even when you're not behind the camera like I am, it's because it's hard to see back here too through the camera lens and over the camera. This one's a little bit bigger. It's slipping a little bit. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can get him settled in. Okay, there we go. So there's our pink pearl, and he is probably just about 6 millimeters. And I'm actually really glad I got a pink because I wanted to show you, if you can see it in the camera, my lavender all by itself in its locket that it was in a lot of times did not look lavender, which is this guy. But you put him next to a pink and bam, you can tell the difference right away. So totally cool. Okay, so in the interest of battery and everything else, we're going to keep going. And then I'm going to fill this pearl stacker up in a little while when we can, after we kind of compare the colors and stuff that we get. Okay, so oyster number 2. I guess I can clean up my mess and get a new mess going, huh? See how quickly we can change out. Usually I'm only opening one, so it's pretty quick to, I don't have to clean up really. Okay. So, by the way, also celebrating my brand new Oyster Dive knife with my dragon on it. I happen to like dragons, so I had to get a celebratory knife as we upgrade our lockets to all sterling silver chains. Now, if you choose to get a different type of jewelry, like if you do not get a necklace, that will not be sterling silver then. Just our lockets, for sure, are going to have a sterling silver chain. And they're going to be a snake chain, which are actually pretty strong. So that's nice too. They should be, for little kids and even for adults, a little bit harder to break. Not that it's impossible, just if you're hard on your jewelry, they'll be better suited for you. Snakes and box chains are about the strongest there are. When you get a chain, usually with a piece of jewelry at a store, comes on a link chain, maybe called an O chain, and they're just not that strong. They're kind of a promotional chain. It's not really meant to be worn every day, all day, but you know, that's what you get. So you can always use your own chains at home. You know, if you want to put it on a white gold chain, it'll look good too. That's what I usually do with mine, just because I've had the white gold chain like my whole life, so it's the one I wear every day, all day. You should always still take off your jewelry in the pool, in the shower, when you're applying lotion, hairspray, anything like that. And I don't practice what I preach, by the way. I wear mine all day, every day, and so I can tell you for a fact that it discolors when you do that. Whether it's sterling silver, whether it's gold, whatever it is, when you start putting chemicals on it, it's going to start collecting dust and dirt and grime and filth. And yes, you can clean it, of course, and bring it back to its luster most of the time, but it's just not good for your jewelry at all. So be sure to take it off at night, take it off in the shower, take it off for the bath, take it off for the swimming pool. If you choose to wear them like me, expect some discoloration. That's just how it goes. Sometimes people are under the impression that sterling does not at all tarnish, and that is not the case either. The reason that sterling does not tarnish while you're wearing it is because the oils in your body keep it from drying out. When you put sterling down in a box, like if you have some old sterling silverware, or some people have sterling whatever at home, I mean anything that you've got that's sterling. Hey, I'm gonna have to come back to that in a second, because maybe that's why I should always check and be very careful, because look at this. How cool is that? 2 pearls, 1 oyster, both black, which are my favorite, by the way, so I'm super excited. Now the black pearls can be they can be green, they can be blue, they can be purple. I've had one that's kind of a brownish gold. All of the pearls can have different color combinations in them. So pretty neat. But let's go back to the sterling conversation really quick while I clean these up. So you'll notice that people that have some antique sterling around the house, how it tarnishes, it's because it's not, it dried out. So that's why even sterling in your jewelry box or whatever can and will dry out, and it will tarnish. But when you're wearing it, it usually doesn't. So, and if you're like me, the chemicals in your body can even affect sterling. My ears turn even sterling earrings green or black, depending on, I guess, the day. I don't really know what it matters, how much of the silver's in it, because silver's 925. You know, what are the other metals that they're using to combine with it? I don't know why it's black or green, but either way, it turns the metal. My ears do it no matter what to sterling. But I can't wear non-sterling or non-gold earrings. I think I got it clean. They'll infect my ears, so kind of a rough deal, but that's okay. Salt for the other one. I'm gonna have to definitely invest in more salt. I'm excited. Okay, let's see if we got it all cleaned up. So this is kind of a test of a couple of things. I haven't done a video this long, for one, with this camera that I'm using. My battery seems to not last as long as I'd like it to, so I might have to invest in more equipment if we're going to keep doing these oyster dives, which I plan on keep on doing. Can't even talk this late at night. Okay, so this one looks like, again, 6mm. His twin about the same, 6mm. Seems to be my lucky number. I have a lot of 6mm that I open. Sorry about all the noise. So I don't know if you can tell at all in the light and camera, probably not with these shadows. These are kind of rainbow, I would almost say. Like, pearls are iridescent anyways. They pick up the colors around them. So depending on what you're wearing, depending on the sunlight or dark, or they can pick up the colors and things around them. These ones have a little bit of blue, a little bit of green, a little bit of purple. So super pretty. I really like it. So now I might not have to open 4 oysters. We'll have to see. I don't know what I'm going to do now. But gorgeous. I love it. Okay, so and then just to kind of show you, I think 5 will fit in this stacker. This was the other thing as I wanted to double check, because the pearls vary a little bit in shape, color, and size. It's hard to tell in the camera until you're like up close with them that they're not perfectly round. That's part of the what's cool about freshwater pearls is that they have whimsical shapes. They're known for their whimsical shapes. So, okay, yep, definitely can fit another one in there. So let's put our pearls back. So I want to show you all the different ones that we get. And see, like in here with my kitchen lights, even though that one was super pink when we opened it, it looks a little bit gold now. So really, really neat. Okay. Sorry, I know I'm yammering on. We're almost at 15 minutes, so let's finish this up. Okay. So let's fill up our stacker. So here is our oyster. And I make a big old mess with my salt too, so that's why I say have a towel, have something handy. maybe you won't be as messy as me when you open these at home. And seriously, don't be afraid either. Like, my friend was over today opening up her own oyster. They're gonna break. They're wet, so they do crack pretty easily. So the shells crack. It's not hard. It's not like I'm doing this well or quickly because I do it so often. I mean, a little bit. I'm not as like nervous, I guess, as the first time as I opened one, especially on camera. But see how light colored this one is compared to, like, he's already kind of drying, but maybe you can't tell on the camera. Now he looks dark. Funny. Okay, maybe because he's still wet and this one's dry. But sometimes they have really black striping like that, and then the other side not so much. Just think it's neat. This one's not as open as our other ones have been, so I'll show you. See how it's not really smiling or anything for us? So when you start pinching them, it usually kind of breaks the seal on it, I guess. You guys can probably hear Elmo in the background that my 1-year-old is watching, and my 3-year-old's watching some sort of music. Almost sounds like a lullaby this time, but okay. I can't wait to wear my stacker tomorrow. So these are kind of cool for affiliates because I see that we get a lot of color variations. I haven't like opened up a whole bunch of the same color all in one day or anything. Like there's a lot of color combinations, and even when you get two like that look pink, you put them next to each other and you can see all the different colors in them. Like there's golds or purples even in the pink. Even the purple have some gold or pink in them. You can get white ones that are cream colored or gold. I mean, there truly is no two alike. So these stackers are kind of neat because I'll get to show now when I'm going to be able to show potential customers and everyone that views this some of the different colors that you can get. If you were to buy some gifts for some people at Christmas, everyone's going to get a unique gift, even if you got them all the same locket. You could get 5 people just the pearl drop locket, or the pearl locket, for example, which is our most economic choice. It's only $20 plus shipping. Even if you got 5 people that locket, everyone's going to have a different color pearl. This is just not this is not working for me. I keep yammering on because I'm just shredding this poor shell. Okay, so that's okay. It's a good thing I can ramble on, huh? Ah. So see, as I mentioned, we get all kinds of combinations. I get pinks. Now I think that's white. We'll see if he has any cream or gold in him, but no more twins, just the one, which is totally awesome still because they're definitely way more rare. Okay, let's clean up my mess. I probably overdo the salt, but that's okay. It's not going to hurt the pearl at all. I'll definitely have to watch this video and see if you can even hear me over my Elmo alphabet in the background, but it keeps my 1-year-old entertained. He loves the alphabet. There's also a leapfrog one that he, like, they say A, B, C, and he yells at he yells at it, so it's really cute. It's part of what I loved about being in direct sales. I get to stay home with my kiddos. Okay, so this one's over 6 millimeters. Let me see if it's 7. I think it looks like it's almost 7. Can you tell on the camera? Not that you can answer me. Let's say 6.5 minimally at least. And classic white. And then I like to put him on the salt because then we can see just how white he is, or not white. Maybe he's cream, maybe he's goldish. And like I said, I'll take more pictures of these when I'm not in my kitchen lights because they're not very... You can definitely see more yellow and stuff when I have them in my kitchen lights. Okay. So yeah, there's definitely no gold, I don't think, really, and then maybe a little bit of creamy color to it. But it's pretty white. Let me see if I can get out of the shadow at least. Oh, now you get to see my messy house. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Okay, my video cut me off right at the end, so I'm just going to show you guys this and these locket before I lose my battery. And so we can see how many fit in there. I'm pretty sure all 5 will fit. I don't know what colors I want where. I don't know. So this, maybe you'll be able to see a little bit of the different shapes and sizes now. That white one is definitely bigger than the rest. So, and the cool thing about the lockets, I'm sorry, my 1-year-old's moving all my stuff around. The cool thing about the lockets is since you can open them, you can change around your, like, now I can change into a whole different locket if I wanted to. The other one I have that I had my purple one in before was a lotus locket. So I can change one back into my lotus locket and change the different colors that I wear and have. And so then you close up your locket and put your chain through. And my 1-year-old has definitely said that I can't play anymore. So I'm going to try and put this through. Hold on. He just found out that he can climb up on my kitchen chairs or my dining room table. And so but he's having trouble doing it now, so he's mad. But I'm super excited, cannot wait to wear this out and show everybody all the different colors of pearls that you can get with Stamp For You and our Oyster dives. And thank you so much for watching.